So you think that I'm done? That my career will soon be over? You don't know me. All my life I had to fight. No one believed in me. So I had to believe in myself. Some people wanted to break me, but they only made me stronger. Others wanted to exploit me. They only made me smarter. And now you think I'm done? To all of you, I only have one thing to say. I'm not like you, because I'm not you.
I can't. You can't? Are you fucking kidding me? You just said I can't? Like, I want to fucking bitch slap that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't have time for people that are weak and they say I can't. No, you can. You will. When I say you need to eat more, it's great when someone says, okay, I eat 5 meals a day. Rich, what do you suggest? Okay, buddy, I suggest, why don't you bump it up to 6, keep it there for 2 or 3 weeks, and then bump it up to 7, keep it there for 2 or 3 weeks, and then bump it up to 8. Keep eating 8 meals a day. Look at yourself in the mirror, keep track of your progress. How many hours a day do you work out? An hour? Okay, why don't you try working out 2 fucking hours a day?
Someone's walking in as you're coming out. They're walking in a little tired, like, they see you and like having a fucking nightmare, a walking nightmare. Because they're like, oh, I don't want to be here. And they see you already been here, done the work, the due diligence, the sweat equity of it all. Now leaving to start your day, scaring the shit out of them. You just paralyze them for their workout, but fuck them. They're not winners anyway. Should be exhausted right now. No, day's just beginning, guys. And I swear, I cannot say this enough. When you give it your all in there, even though you're exhausted, you come out of here, everything else from this point forward in your day is easy. And you have newfound energy for it. Everyone else is getting up, going about their day in first gear. Boom! You're already 5th gear, Mach speed. They're just like, what the fuck is going on here? You're gonna make them question themselves. But it's too late for them. This is your day.
Get better, train, up your skills. And I said that for probably 3 or 4 years. And then after 3 or 4 years, when guys would come in, I would start telling them the opposite, which is you need to get on it. You need to be in here every day. You're almost out of time. You're 22, you're late. Because I realized I saw a lot of people that didn't have any sense of urgency in their life. And when you don't have a sense of urgency, things aren't going to happen. You need to make things happen, as we already discussed. They're not just going to happen for you. You're not going to become a good fighter unless you make it happen.
Man, I see in Fight Club the strongest and smartest men who've ever lived. I see all this potential, and I see it squandered. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact. And we're very, very pissed off.
Most people are incapable of picking a direction and going. Just going. They observe the possibilities. They get paralyzed by all the possibilities. They refuse to move forward on all the possibilities, and then time passes them by. So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path. You commit to that path with the mentality of having 0 options. I don't have a choice but to see this through. Okay, if I don't see this through, I'm gonna be digging ditches. That's what I tell myself. When I don't wanna come here and I don't wanna do this, and I get tired of, doing what I do, which happens to everybody. You go through ups and downs. I pretend like I have 0 options. I say, well, if I don't fucking do this, bro, I'm gonna be digging ditches, so I better show the fuck up and get it done.
I didn't go to the doctor and get surgery and get a new brain and get a new heart. I didn't pay any money to get like an upgrade. I didn't get Eric Thomas 5.0. I was the same guy. Then what happened, E? How do you have almost a PhD? How do you have a multi-million-dollar company? How are you traveling across the world? How are you competing with a Tony Robbins when you come from nothing? One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I want to go to the dealership and buy the best car. I want to move to the nicest neighborhood. I want to fly first class. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Australia. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime.
So another year is come and gone. And a lot of us are in the same fucking place we were last year. What the fuck are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our fucking lives. And we think we can take fucking days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves fucking options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas. It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give yourself too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do, you're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the fucking crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to. Stay hard.
And you're not going to do anything in life unless you make it happen. So if you feel like right now you're looking around and you're lost or directionless, I would take about 15 minutes and figure out what the hell you want to do with your life, and I would start getting after it. So that's my advice. Take 15 minutes, figure out something that you're into, and go crush that thing and make it happen.
You're gonna work out 2 hours a day, you're gonna monitor your progress in the mirror, and then you're gonna see what happens. And the guy says, okay, Rich, I'm gonna do that. That is what I wanna fucking hear. I want to hear positive. I want to hear someone that is willing to do whatever it takes. When I give them advice, they're going to take that shit and they're going to run with it. That's the one that's going to be a champion. That's the one that's going to fulfill their dreams, fulfill their goals, is the person that's willing to do whatever it takes. And I can sit and talk with someone for 10 seconds and I can determine what kind of person that is just by our discussion. And when I'm at an expo and people come up and talk to me, you know, I get about 50% of this and 50% of that. And what you have to do is you have to change your mentality. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. So if I tell you you need to eat 6 to 10 meals a day, your answer is, okay, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Fired up, man. Fired the fuck up, man. Motivated, pumped up, man. Early still, man. Early. Some people just getting up, going about their first endeavor of the day. We've already done a few endeavors, man. We already kicked some ass. We like a taste of that. We want to kick some more ass. So the next endeavor we're doing, because we put value in our day. An hour in the gym wasn't just an hour where you just go in there, check the box, and we get fuck no, man. We had a plan of action. We went in there and achieved that plan. We spoke the words and we walked the motherfuckers. Now here we stand, energized, spending energy in the gym, but we created more energy, a mind-body connection, a belief, a quantum physics of it all. Energy expelled, value in what we're doing, and a belief in something, hard work behind the belief, grows into prosperity of something. Fuck yeah. We didn't just wake up and grab a fucking shower, you know, wash our nuts, and then grab a coffee for some energy to go to work. No, we just earned some fucking energy. That kind of energy, once lit, never goes out.
I told you, this is the year I'm pushing you. This is the year to get it done. This is the year to rid all excuses. Listen to me. I don't care nothing about your good intentions. Good intentions has never helped somebody lose weight. Good intentions have never helped somebody finish school. Good intentions ain't never paid nobody bills. We not on intentions, we on execution. So you say, E.T., this is my year. I'm gonna make that milestone happen. This is the year. Listen to me very closely. In order to make that a reality, no plays off, no days off. That's right, say it with me. No plays off, no days off. There is a reward on the other side, but there has to be no plays off, no days off.
You've never researched something. I want you to do, everybody do one favor. I want you to research the story of David and Goliath. I want you to understand what the king told David when he put on the armor on David, and he said, I want you to fight Goliath with this armor because he's huge, he's 9 foot tall. And David said something that was very key to the king. He said, King, I can't fight your fight. I got to fight my fight. It's about fighting our fight. 2005, I had one of the most tragic injuries ever. And I couldn't help my team. So the leader was took away so there could be doubt. But if you still have a leader, and Joe Flacco, you got to rally around it. You got to get behind him, and it ain't about wins and losses. It's about loyalty. It's about understanding I'm going to make the play or I'm going to watch the play be made. It's simple. It's if I can tell my safety, you cover this because I'm going this time.
Well, everybody, it's Groundhog's Day again for David Goggins. If you pan it down here, you see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's not a car or a person in sight. If you pan over here, it's the same thing. Not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day. Stay hard.
Those of you in this room, you already there. Your problem is some stuff you don't want to give up to go on. You're talented. You just don't want to give up sleep. It's not that you, listen to me, pound for pound, any agent in the room, pound for pound, motivational speaker, pound for pound, entrepreneur, pound for pound, athlete, pound for pound, weightlifter, pound for pound, whatever you do, I guarantee you when you do it, nobody can do it like you do it. The problem is you don't hardly do it. You love sleep too much. You love that alcohol too much. You love that substance too much. You love that vice too much. There's something that you love more than yourself.
Starting not tomorrow, not Monday, not next month, starting right this motherfucking minute, I'm gonna start doing what it takes. For the rest of the day, I'm gonna eat every 2.5 to 3 hours, solid food, because I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Now, you can drink 3 shakes, and you can eat 3 meals. But that's the half-ass way to do it. That is not the 100% way, the 5% way to do whatever it takes to reach your goals. That way is the easy way out, drinking shakes instead of meals. That is the easy way out. Cooking food and bringing food and eating food, that you know and everybody knows is the way to get there quickest.
If I get in that mode of where I feel tired, like, oh, I think I'm overworked, I think I'm overtraining, I think maybe I should just take today off. I won't take that day off. I won't take that day off. I'll say, okay, if I'm still tired tomorrow, okay, I get it. But if I wake up 4:30 in the morning, I go, man, I really don't feel like working out today. I think I might be overtraining. Cool. I'm gonna go work out right now. If I feel the same way tomorrow, then I get the day off. You don't wanna rationalize the situation, right? You don't wanna give yourself an opportunity to say, well, you know, because there's a million excuses you can come up with at 4:30 in the morning. I'm overtrained, I need more sleep, I need more rest. I think my circadian cycle is off. Whatever excuse you wanna come up with at 4:30 in the morning, you can do it. You're smart. You can win that debate all day long. That's why I don't negotiate. I don't negotiate those things. I say, oh, if I'm still feeling tired tomorrow, I'll take a day off. Cool, got it. But don't take today off. Save it for tomorrow.
Today was a different game. Today was about a rival game. Two teams from the same city, and obviously we need to get this attitude for every game. And last game before this one was very poor. Was poor. Was probably the worst game we did, and today was probably the best game we did. So, but that's what I said in MLS. Every game is like 50-50. You don't know what the outcome will be. There is no favorites. There is no team that you can predict before the game that they will win, and that's the balance that is in the MLS. But yeah, today we win, and then we showed that when we want it, we can do it.
Work better get ready for this, man. Your other employees and shit at the house, you know, the people you work with in those cubicles, they better duck and cover, because fucking heat's coming in. And you've earned, guys. You do that every single day. You are what you repeatedly do. In anything you do. If you look in the mirror and you frown upon yourself, you created that. That's not an accident, it's a habit. It's like you look in the mirror and you smile because you see excellence. That's not an accident, it's a habit. You guys need to start taking responsibility for your actions. When you start taking responsibility for your actions, you start to find the belief in what you're doing, the passion behind it. You create value in what you're doing. There's no longer mundane tasks. Everything has a purpose and an end state. There's a direction to a designation. If you don't like the designation you're going to, well, you can't change that overnight. You cannot change it overnight. But you can change the direction overnight.
What do you do on the days that you don't feel like, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm way past that. Every day I feel like eating. Every day I feel like giving my wife the best life. Every day I feel like driving in a nice car. Every day I feel like flying first class. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 120. Every single day. Somebody said yesterday, E.T., you gave 120. What you gonna do tomorrow? I said, I don't know. Give 140. I don't know, but I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. I don't have days to waste.
If you're grinding and it's not doing something you want to do, if it's a grind that you can't embrace, then you got to find a way out of that, right? You don't want to trade days for dollars, because dollars don't mean anything. Days is all you got. So you got to find a way out. Now, this does not mean you need to be rash about it. This doesn't mean tomorrow you walk in, I'm not doing this job anymore, I'm out. And now you're broke. Yeah. No, don't be rash and don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but do come up with a long-term plan about what you want to do, how you want to do it, where you want to do it. And this might take 1 year or 2 years or 5 years. It might take 5 years to get to where you want to be. That's okay. That's fine. It's actually kind of cool. When you're grinding right now because you know there's something that you're working towards in the long run, that's actually awesome.
So I'm out here in Eugene, Oregon. Just got through training with Cameron Haynes. If you don't know him, make sure you look him up. We did a 50K yesterday. A lot of people ask me about, how do you train for ultra marathons? The big thing is you got to put some big runs in, followed by some medium runs. Yesterday I did a 50K. My legs were all beat down. One was me tired, feel like shit. But guess what? I know, how about days off? One day, but not today. If you're training for a nice big race, get your legs all tired, mucked up, jacked up, where your mind and body say, I don't want to fucking do shit anymore. And guess what you do? You go out and get some more miles in. So yesterday, I did a 50K. Today I'm going to do a nice 15-miler, nice and easy. Legs feel like shit, but that's how they're going to feel at mile 60 and 70 of a 100-mile race. Get after it. Like I said, not today. Get after it.
There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, when your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns. It sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass. And you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because there's too much fucking pain and commitment.
If you have to ask how to get motivated to go to the gym, you don't need to be going to the gym. You don't want it enough. When you're sick and tired of looking and feeling like shit, you'll show up, motherfucker. I'll see you there. Because you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, fuck that. You're going to want to be in the gym. And if you're going to make this a lifestyle, you have to lower the barriers, make the gym cheaper, closer, training partners, exercises you like. And you have to raise the impetus, goals, inspiration, and goddamn real desire to be there. The people that have no problem showing up to the gym are the people that want to be there. And no amount of Rocky Balboa fucking movies are going to get you to that place. A lot of that is also built with the experience of having the gym be a place where you get results by pushing yourself, winning little mini challenges, and having fun with it.
It won't get harder. Like, this is the hardest part. And so if you can just make it through this, everything else is downhill. It's not that the things that the dragons you're going to slay aren't going to get bigger. They are. But you become so much more equipped to slay them back. And you have so many more allies. You have people in the stands cheering for you. You have the audience. You have all of these other things that are behind you. But in the beginning, it's just you with a stick against a bear. And arguably that fight is a harder fight to win than beating a dragon when you have a nuclear bomb and 6 nations behind you. And so it's not even like the size of the hardship, it's just also the resources and how few of them you have, and how so much of the beginning is literally burning the one thing you have, which is time. Because you have no leverage. You don't have the money to pay other people to help you. You don't have the resources to go get someone no one can learn it for you.
When you're trying to accomplish some little short-term goal, when you're trying to get something real insignificant done, you can take some days off. But when you're trying to get that milestone done, when you're trying to get to the other side of that milestone, when you're trying to change your life, no plays off. Listen to me, no days off. All right, so you gotta do me a huge favor. Yeah, bring it in. I'm about to summarize this thing, right? Listen to me, you gotta understand something. She wasn't great just because she said she was great. She wasn't great because they said she was great. She was great because she didn't take any plays off. Listen to me, he wasn't one of the greatest that ever played the game. He's not considered the great because he said he was great or because they said he was great. He was considered great because he did not take plays off. You can't make your milestones become a reality if you're taking days off, if you're taking timeouts. You got to go all in. You got to dominate the day. You got to destroy distractions. You got to go all in. Are you hearing me?
Rome wasn't built in a day. We all know that. Everyone hears that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight either. It took hundreds of years for Rome to reach its peak, but it also took time, hundreds of years, for Rome to decay and fall apart. And that is representative of life, because you don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take struggle. They take relentless pursuit day in and day out. That's what it takes.
Shoulder, shredded, superset workout. Coming to you, GregPrick.com. will help you stay fit and eliminate competition. External competition as well as interior competition. That's the biggest block for most people, is that they get in their own way. You come here and hit the gym, hit hard like we just did. Don't tell me you don't leave with a little bit higher stock value on yourself, you know? Take that into your next day. It grows and it grows. Start achieving things you didn't think were possible. Small things add to big things. Adds up to a good life. Start giving back. Start being a role model to other people. See them progress and transform themselves and overcome obstacles. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about, man. Anyway, Greg Plitt help you stay fit. Have fun with that workout. I'm out.
Like right now, it becomes harder every day. The more you get paid nicely, the more you buy nicer things, the more you go from sleeping on fucked up cots to sleeping on fucking, mattresses that are formed to your shape of your body and heat temperatured and silk sheets and all this shit, man. Man, it's hard to get out of bed with some silk sheets, brother. And that fucks people up. That's why I ain't got silk sheets. And this is the thing about it. I started going through a time in my life where I started becoming more successful. With more success, it became harder for me to be Goggins. So what I started doing was I went back to the old school. Like I said, nothing is learned at the top of a mountain.
whatever you want to do in life is possible. And that's been something that I've been able to realize firsthand. As a 10-year-old kid, would I ever think I'd be sitting here? I've been able to do everything I've ever wanted in sport. Would I say I'd be able to do it 10 years ago? Probably not. But I didn't give up. I think that's the biggest thing. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. There are always going to be ups and downs, but I think it's really how you really, get back on your horse and keep going forward. And I think the biggest thing that I've always said is never give up. And I never have, and nobody ever should. If they want something bad enough, they'll get it. They have to work for it. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but if you want it bad enough, they'll do whatever it takes to get there. I think that's probably the easiest way to put it, and the best way to put it.
The very foundation of leadership is the ability to make freaking decisions. All right? You have got to be able to make decisions before you can ever build anything else. You have to build a lot on top of that to become a good leader. But you have got to make a decision in your life. You have got to make a decision about your fitness. You have got to make decisions about your business. You have got to make decisions about your faith. You have got to make decisions about your marriage. You have got to make decisions about your kids. Because you know what? Your only other option is to crouch in stagnant fear like a coward and potentially die and potentially put the lives of everyone who depends on you in jeopardy.
But it's like, oh, do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of it boils down to. Do you actually want to do this or not? Do you actually want to do this or not? Because if you actually want to do it, what's going to stop you? Nothing. And if you don't really want to do it, what's going to stop you? Just about anything that comes up. Just about any obstacle that gets in your way becomes an excuse. It becomes a reason. It becomes a rationale for not proceeding down that path. And this is interesting too. When you talk to people that went to SEAL training that didn't make it, most of the time it's some reason. There's a medical reason. There's a family problem. There's very few people that look at you and say, oh, I quit because it sucked. Which is what happens to the vast majority of people. The vast majority of people that don't make it through SEAL training, and by this I mean 80, 90% of the people that don't make it through SEAL training, they didn't make it through because they quit.
I had to go back to where David Goggins was fat in his mind. And I said, how did you get to where you are? I became feelingless. And what that means is I'm not saying turn off your feelings towards your family, your wife, your husband. I'm not saying that. Turn your feelings off when it comes down to you wanting to be better. What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. It's raining outside, it's cold outside. When you don't want to put those long hours in at work, that's what I'm talking about. Your feelings must go away.
It's a man on a man every time you play the game. It'll never change. It's about winning one-on-one battles. Fight your fight. It's our fight to fight. 1 and 6 doesn't define who you are. What defines who you are is what you do when you 1 and 6. What the man you will fight for. Give everything you got today, not because of the scoreboard, but because when this game ends, you have a brother to call for life, knowing you gave everything you had. That's why you play as a Raven. That's why you fight as a Raven. That's why no matter what nobody on the outside says, fight your fight. David found a way to fight his fight. Ravens.
The sun is gone till tomorrow morning, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna go home and slam our protein within that 45-minute window, man. We're gonna feed our muscles and put our muscles in bed too, so they wake up in the morning even stronger, ready for the next day, ready to come in and kill it again, improve every single day, guys. This is a little saying I live on, and I think you guys should try to incorporate this too. My question to you is, what makes for a good day? Huh? Think about that for a second. I'll tell you what my thing is. What makes for a good day for me is that I go to bed that day a little bit sharper mentally and physically than when I woke up that morning. If I can go to bed stronger mentally and physically than when I woke up that morning, and I can combine that day with another day and another day to make a good week, to a good month, to a good year, there's nothing out there I can't control. Nothing out there I can't overcome. Nothing out there I cannot become.
But also, things don't usually fall apart quickly either. At least at first, it's a slow process. A little slip here, a little setback over there, a little wearing down of discipline and will over time. That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down.
I'm not going back through that shit, man. I'm not going back through the suffering and shit that it took to become who I am today. So I'm slowly trying to build this brand to the point where I can slowly, hopefully make people from motivated to driven, because motivation is crap. It's shit. People right now, maybe listen to this shit, they'll be motivated to go run. If it's cold somewhere where they're at, a lot of motherfuckers will shut that door, go back inside. That's motivation. It comes and go as how you feel. If you and your wife are good, if you and your kids are good, if you're good at work, you're motivated. I like a motherfucker whose life is imploded, ain't got shit in life, and says, still gotta get after it today, man. That's what it's about. So that's when you move from motivation to driven to obsessed. And I want people to realize once you get to this portion over here, the driven obsessed part, you're unstoppable.
I will never quit. Because if you quit, you're done. You may still be alive walking around on this earth. You're done. I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position.
You were scared you were gonna fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it until something fucking hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then that fucking spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never gonna be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet. That can happen at an early age, it can happen at a later age. It's gonna happen to somebody no matter what, it's gonna happen to you. And when it does happen to you, thank your lucky stars that finally you're alive. It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. Superior, man. It's within you. It's within every single one of us. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us. It's just they believed it and they're willing to work their fucking ass off to get it.
Everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We still don't understand. I still don't understand how powerful it is. I'm still learning. But I know one thing is I can make things happen. I can go into levels, I just can't tell the world, but like there's levels that like I've manifested things that I'm just like, I still shock myself, like how the fuck did I make that happen? And this is not even to do with fighting, this is to do with my personal life. And I'm like, I made that happen. And this is through this like manifesting subconsciously as well. Just years of something just manifesting, and boom, it's right there. I'm just like, shit, I really made that happen. It's scary, man. It's scary for me to even think about.
Are you interested or are you obsessed? All right? Do you think Michael Jordan was just interested in winning championships? You think Kobe Bryant was just interested in basketball? You think Jeff Bezos was just interested in shipping packages? You think Elon Musk is just interested in whatever the hell he's interested in today? Those individuals are obsessed. They are obsessed. in order to be the best, in order to reach that next level, you can no longer be interested.
Like the expectations that we have to do whatever it is that we want to do, switch it to, like, it's almost the mindset of, I don't have to, I get to, right? Approach everything with a level of gratitude. Secondly, look at the things that you do and see what you can extract from it. So when you lose it, is it really a loss if I can extract a level of dedication from it? Like when I didn't make it to the NFL, I looked at the process and said, okay, I gotta hang up the cleats, but let me extract that mindset. Let me extract that work ethic. Let me extract that dedication and commitment. So now that I can extract that, I can apply it to anything that I wanna do in my life and get a chance at success. But most importantly, man, you gotta look at things and say, like at a certain point, like eliminate the outcome. Stop being driven by rewards. Stop being driven by outcome. Stop being driven by, if I get this, I'm gonna do this. Just work.
I don't need the outcome, but are there leading indicators that are telling me that I'm on the right path? And so identifying ahead of time, just like we have problems that we identify, like, okay, if we succeed, like people are gonna recognize you in the street, you're not gonna be able to go out as much, or like all these are problems that I'm gonna have to deal with. Cool, I'm willing to pay for those. But what are the things along the way that will tell me that even though I haven't achieved Mr. Beastdom, that I'm on the right path? And so I think having those little indicators allow you to keep taking steps towards the ultimate thing and continue to push. I mean, I have a different tweet, which is that the world belongs to those who can continue to work without seeing the result of their work, continue to do without seeing the result of their doing. And it's really the person who can do that for the longest period of time. And that's usually because they're still getting leading indicators. It's just that it's amounting to a much bigger mountain.
People cannot relate to you, man. You are unfucking relatable when you come out here and say, hey man, I'm the baddest motherfucker to ever live. Okay, great. Well, what am I gonna learn from you? You learn from people who are willing to tell you, this is where I started from. This is how much I fell on my fucking ass. This is how bad I used to really be. I still have those moments, because why? You're human. We're all jacked up, man. We're all jacked up. And that's what makes my story relatable. I'm willing to let you in to see I'm decently successful now. But I didn't come out like this, man. I didn't come out, that's the story, is you have to give people just a little bit of hope. There's no hope when they just see greatness in you everywhere. You have to be able to get yourself down to a level of, check it out, man. There's hope for you. That's all I'm trying to give you. Just a little bit.
Interested is a hobby. You can be interested in many things. Oh, I'm interested in reading. I'm interested in gardening. I'm interested in cars. You can fall in and out of your interest. But your obsession stays with you all the time. You have to become obsessed. Interested people watch obsessed people change the world.
It's in anything you do. It applies to doing a job, making more money, playing golf, cooking, raising children, teaching, anything at all. Now, while this has long been known by the most successful people of the world, it seems to have escaped the great majority. Whatever it is that you would like to do better, act as though you're a top-flight expert at it. And if you continue to play this part long enough, you will become an expert. Before you can do something, you must first be something. Before you can do what you would most like to do, you must first become the person who can do it.
But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got to doing an op where people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it.
Boom.
Don't want you to get it.
Yeah.
Don't want you to get it.
When you go out and you train hard to play baseball and you connect and you hit the winning home run, you want to feel that way again. When you taste these finer things of life, all the pain, all the work, all the sacrifice to get them is well worth it. If anything, it's a small down payment for the price and the reward you got and that feeling. And once felt, how do you ever turn your back on it? Stop running from the potential of what you can be, guys. It's inside of you. It's always been there. Grab a buddy of yours. Say, man, me and you are gonna fucking do this together.
And so, like, if you want to do big shit, it takes a way longer period of time, because the easy shit, the little hills, everyone conquers really quickly. I'm on time. I say please and thank you. It's like, so fucking what? And so like, if you want to do something that most people can't do, literally just extend the time horizon on the things that most people can't weather. Like, there's so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment. And the longer you can stick with something without that positive feedback loop in terms of the big external thing, the easier the opportunities are, because so few people can pursue them.
And you know what obsessed people do? Obsessed people give interested people something to talk about. They give you something to talk about. Everybody who's obsessed in their business, in their field of action, they are the topic of the conversation of the employees at work. They're the water cooler conversations. They're the individuals people are texting about. Because they're so engrossed in your life, with your obsession with what you're doing, they don't have time for their own, because they're interested in what's going on with them.
And if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become?
Yeah, that's big.
And a lot of people think what they acquire is the thing that makes them who they are. No, it's who you become in the process of chasing what you wanna acquire, right? Change expectation for appreciation. Extract the lessons and the blessings from the situations that didn't turn out the way you wanted them to turn out. But most importantly, man, approach it and eliminate the outcome. Right? Just go for it. Work. Go to work.
You don't know where you're going. You're lost. You know what I mean? You have no direction. So for me, I felt like both of them together, when you have the vision and you're able to manifest, but then you also put the work in, magic happens, man. Magic. That's where the magic is. But a lot of people never get there. Unfortunately, a lot of people we're blessed that we can dream. Amen. We're blessed that we can dream. That's one thing I've realized, because a lot of people, even from the impoverished parts of London, will be lucky to have my old job. You know, from where I'm from Nigeria, a lot of people will be blessed to have my old job, and they'll be like, yo, I have a great job, I can send money back home, this and that. But yeah, I just had bigger dreams. I just knew what I wanted. So I feel like I'm spoiled that I can dream the way I do, and I can manifest the way I do. So I never take it for granted, and I realize the position that I'm in. I'm privileged. I'm very privileged.
I'm always gonna give it my 110%. That's the only thing I can ever say a solid day's work. That's all that will ever find peace in. If you guys do not do that, I promise you, your life will haunt you for the rest of your days. If there's potential inside of you, which you know it's there, but you're too scared to tell anyone else about it, and you go on and on, get older and older and older and older, and the windows of opportunity start to close, and you knew it could have been given birth to, but you never did it, I promise you, it will haunt you. It'll be more, it's a living nightmare, dude. That fact that you had the ability to do something and you're too weak to fucking turn the key and start the engine on it is a greater disappointment and a greater burden to carry than any of this physical sweat equity or pain in the gym or sacrifice. All that is just nothing compared to a life where you're burdened by regret, guys.
I don't take any days off.
No days?
No days.
7 days a week?
7 days a week. Normal day, so let's say a light day.
Light day.
Light day is at least a 7-mile run. I will, every other day, so about 4 days a week, calisthenics plus gym workout. So I don't do any gym workout without hitting pull-ups, push-ups. I call it nickels and dimes. So like 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, or I'll go, quarters and whatever, like it's like 25 pull-ups or in like 50 push-ups. So I have all these different things I mess up. So I will do weights with calisthenics, and every single night I stretch. For at least every night I stretch for at least 2 hours.
2 hours?
Every night. Every night.
So you stretch after you're done working out?
Yeah, so at nighttime, usually I'll be either in a quiet room, or I'll be watching TV, I love sports. Be watching the game, and I'm on the floor, man. And that's what I do.
Because those seconds, they turn into minutes. And minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, and days turn into years.
Eagles fly alone. I have no friends. Friends are problems. Friends are challenges. If you aren't into yourself, and that means something else now than what I mean. If you're not into yourself enough that you can't spend the weekend by yourself, then something's fucking wrong with you. Vis-a-vis self-esteem, being a high-performance person, and accomplishing high-performance acts, something's wrong with you.
You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
So if you are looking at your life right now and what you do every single day, and it's a one-way street to hell with no return, that's not so fucking appealing to me, man. I don't want to be part of that. So get off that fucking beaten path society says is so right. Believe in yourself and what you're doing, man. Say, fuck that. Now, that is going into nowhere. I don't want to be nowhere. I want to ensure that I am some value to somebody, especially myself. So I'm going to change the direction of where I'm going. That direction can be changed in an instant. It's a mindset. Just like when we walked in there, that blitzkrieg, what it is two forces joining. One is a belief in what you're doing. Like Muhammad Ali believed so much he was a champion. He said he was a champion before he was a champion. That's a belief. It has to be that way. That's the steering wheel of life, the direction. Then what's going to fire that through is the engine. Your undying will.
When you know everybody's gone home to their families, but you want to be the top salesperson in the world, or you want to be the fucking best lawyer in the world, whatever the fuck it is, when everybody leaves to go home and there's only one light on in a building, a 15-story building, and only one office. Every office is fucking dark. There's one office with one light on, and as those motherfuckers go from the club, they look up every day, 2 o'clock in the morning, they see that, and that fucking light's always on. That's the motherfucker right there you gotta be. You can't have feelings about when everybody leaves. Oh man, I wish I was going home to my fucking beautiful family. That is true. But you gotta learn to shut your feelings off if you want to achieve greatness.
Lion is the king of the jungle. How can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
It's cool to grind, man. That's what we're here to do. You're here doing stuff, right? If you're not doing anything, well, then what are you doing?
You're not doing anything.
So the other thing that's cool, though, about grinding and working is that when you get that freedom, right, that you worked hard for, it's going to be so much more worth it. The discipline that you put into place to get to that freedom that you want, it makes that freedom so much more worth it. I'm glad you're grinding. I'm glad you're grinding hard. But don't just make that trade. It's not a square trade, days for dollars. It's not a square trade.
I know you're tired. You're not the only one that gets tired. But if you're going to be able to make your dreams become a reality, you got to go past fatigue. You got to go past tired. You're not the only one with a setback. You're not the only one with a deficiency. Others have had them, but they didn't make excuses. They made adjustments. Others were tired. Others felt like giving up. Others felt like giving in. But they kept their milestone in front of them. They kept their eyes on the prize. Look, you got to dominate, and destroy. No excuses, no distractions, just adjustments. It's your boy E.T. saying if it was easy, if it was easy, everybody would have done it. It's not easy, but I know something about you. You can get it done.
The list is what you're supposed to do, what they told you you're supposed to do. And the more society changes, the less important that list is. We're to a point now where even mainstream colleges don't even require, or mainstream jobs don't even require college degrees anymore. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them. Things are changing, yeah. And so being of sound mind and learning how to critically think and learning how to think outside the box to get to the destination that you want to get to is extremely important. And you should have the foresight to do that before you spend all this time dedicated to that thing and then figuring out that you can't get where you want to go.
Every day, because I have a vision, I have my confidence, and I believe in myself. People call it arrogant, I call it confidence. Ignorant people call it arrogant, intelligent people call it confidence.
But have you ever had one where
Since day one, but not only when I came to MLS, since I started to play football, because I believe so much in myself and I have a bulletproof mind, and when I go out there, I know what I'm able to do, and I do it good. Please do not offend me. I don't need to prove nothing, even if I don't score the goals today, and I have a lot of respect for Vela. He's a good player, but you did one mistake. You compare him with me. That was your biggest mistake.
The conviction to see it through. That was Michael Jordan's quote. I failed and failed and failed and failed. And because of that, I succeeded. You learned and learning, got stronger and stronger. It's like that steel going into the lava, get hotter and hotter and hotter, and just hammered into the strength, the tensile strength of it all. It takes that kind of pressure of life to create something that stands the test of time.
And so, that second that just went by, that counted. And so did that second. And so did that one. And in those precious seconds, you were either building or you were decaying. You were either gaining ground or you were losing ground in that second. And in every second. Every second counts. So, make every second count.
You chose this path. It's a damn hard one. You chose it. You owe it to yourself to see it through.
Did you expect it not to be hard? Did you expect this thing that you're trying to achieve not to be difficult? Every other person feels the exact same way.
This is your new life. Take it or leave it. There's no happiness about it. There's no peace behind it.
If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you could do this, then follow that voice.
I kept going, not because I wanted to. Trust me, all of me wanted to stop. I kept going because I deserved to know what not giving up on myself felt like.
The truth is, you must keep going. I repeat, keep going. Why? Because you deserve to see what happens when all your hard work pays off. Keep going because you're stronger than you think. Keep going because the best is yet to come.
And we all have a great need for acceptance. But you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular. Robert Frost said, 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference.
Somebody taught this to me a long time ago. He said, Steve, in order to get to the life of your dreams, you're gonna have to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable.
You can't have an easy life in a great character. Show me a trust fund kid that inherited a bunch of money, and I'll show you someone mentally tortured. Having stuff isn't fun. Getting stuff is fun, right? It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's the happiness of the pursuit. And it's not like, the self-help, it's not the journey, it's the destination. It's not either the journey or the destination. It's who you become on the journey. Life is really, really tough. Make your life a little bit harder in the short term and get somewhere.
I don't care how you get there. I don't care what you do to get there. The goal is to win.
Your father might own a company. Your mama might be a millionaire. You might come from privilege, but you will not outwork me. You have to make a decision that nobody in this league in your position will outwork you.
Bro, stop being weak, bro. It's not supposed to be easy. Who told you the grind's supposed to be easy? Who told, like your kindergarten teacher? No, we ain't handing out trophies to everybody. Oh, there's only one winner in this game, bro. So embrace it or leave.
I leave everything I have. My mom take care of me and my two brothers alone, you know. Now, Dad, you proud of me, Dad. You proud of me.
Working too hard and the circumstances were too unfair, but somehow you still got up the next day and kept going. You have to be able to get energy from pain.
Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. It starts to get in your mind. And before you know it, it's the truth. So when you fail, you fall on your ass, somebody bullies you, whatever's going on in your life, can't hurt me.
Set up a schedule and just do the work. Free from how you feel.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful, and there aren't any. But if you do something repeatedly, over and over, you develop a habit. So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want.
And so many people just want it the easy way. I'm sorry, man. It's not. You need to fucking work harder. You need to fucking discipline your mind better.
The hardest things are usually the best. If it's easy, leave it to somebody else, okay?
What I want you to consider is that every single time you go and do something hard, that's the story you've told yourself, that it's easier said than done. You know, it's kind of hard to do that. Well, it's supposed to be fucking hard. Look, if growing stronger and building muscle were fucking easy, you'd have no reason to go to the gym. There would be no growth if there was no challenge.
Sometimes, your body just hurts, your legs hurt and they're sore, but that's how you get better. And the only way that you can get better is by pushing yourself beyond what you believe you're capable of doing.
It doesn't matter if you're stressed. It doesn't matter if you're hurt. It doesn't matter if you're upset. It doesn't matter if you're frustrated. If your discipline is on point and your mental toughness is on point, you're going to be able to execute in spite of the situation being that way. Everybody else quits when things get hard.
I think success in fighting in life is about desire and the will.
Yeah.
How bad do you want it? Is it worth dying for? That's the true greatness, is the willingness to die. So is this thing worth greatness?
To every kid watching, I want you to hear me loud. You are not your zip code. You are not your last name. You are not your setbacks. You are your vision. You are your work ethic. You are your will. You are the quiet whisper inside you that says, I know there's more for me in this life. Hold on to that voice. It will be tested. The dogs is barking.
Son, don't worry. You're going to do it. You're going to make it. Okay? Because if they don't have the will to do it, they'll quit. You'll quit because you just can't do it because it's too damn hard. It really is.
The more time you spend alone with yourself, you will be able to understand who you are without any outside interference, without any friends, without any peer pressure of wanting to be like someone else.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. Your body is your temple, and looking at my family members that had addiction to drinking, and I never understood why people want to be messed up.
There's a quote that I live by, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man young, wealthy, and wise. It's Benjamin Franklin.
That voice in your head of pain and suffering and discomfort and I don't want to do this is so loud. Calm it down. It's a patient calm that you have to bring to yourself.
You got to embrace the storms, the fears that we have, the moments of suffering. They're all part of the process. They're all part of growth. It's nature, right? You got to be able to handle those things, man.
You need to understand you can't win all the time. And unless you lose, you haven't even tried. And if you fail, at least you'll fail falling forwards.
I can tell you right now, every single one of you out there have exactly what you deserve. You might think that life is unfair. You might think that life dealt you a bad hand, but I'm here to tell you life will give you exactly what you tolerate. And if you've been tolerating mediocrity, you've been tolerating average, you've been tolerating this victim mentality that you're carrying, then guess what? You have exactly what you deserve.
Everyone's hypercritical and terrified to do anything and put themselves out there and fail. So we hyperanalyze, hypercriticize, become paralyzed, and end up doing nothing, sitting in our basements watching TikToks of other people's lives, pretending that they're happy. I was having one of those cynical days and felt like ranting a little. But honestly, there's optimism here for some low barrier of entry personal growth. Stop analyzing, stop criticizing, both yourself and others, and go fail at some shit. Go give someone a good job for sucking at something, because at least they're trying. Maybe it will even give yourself permission to do the same. We find meaning in trying difficult things, not just in succeeding at them.
How you gonna knock somebody in the world for actually trying to do something? Trying. Since when has it become not cool to try? Fuck loser.
You are the only thing that matter. Lock in, believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matter. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs. Don't worry about the haters. They ain't shit. Don't worry about the naysayers, because they ain't shit. At the end of the day, be true, be loyal, be perseverant, and just love yourself, man. King James signing off.
So many people might have been able to do so many awesome things if they could really do what they wanted to do, instead of just, following the beaten path.
Bro, if you're succeeding at a life that you hate, imagine how great you'd be at one that you actually enjoyed.
Be who you want to be it now, right now. Just don't tell anyone. And be humble. Don't go around talking about the fact that you are whatever you want to be, to where they look at you and they say, well, that's a bit strange. So don't talk to people about it, be it.
I heard this quote the other day that I want to share with you guys. Now I'm paraphrasing here, but it goes like this, is the person who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how they feel, will always beat the person who goes to the gym when they feel like going to the gym.
And some of this is from clinical experience. If you take people, and I've told you this, and you expose them voluntarily to things that they are avoiding and are afraid of, that they know they need to overcome in order to meet their goals, their self-defined goals. If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger.
Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy.
I struggled my whole life, but I ran from it. So I started realizing, man, I gotta start facing the struggle, and I gotta be mentally strong for the struggle.
That's what it's supposed to feel like. If you are going toward greatness, it's supposed to be uncomfortable, it's supposed to stretch you, it's supposed to be a burden to a degree. Wrap your mind around that and accept it and embrace it.
What's the difference between a nice guy and a good man?
A nice guy gets along. Yeah, do that. Yeah, I'll do that. They don't necessarily have discernment or judgment, not sure what they stand for or stand against. It's like, yes, sure, yeah, hey. A good man has ideals that they stand for and they'll stand against, and when they're tested, a good man is not a nice guy.
When you look yourself in the mirror as a man and you say, I'm going to control the things I can control, that's how you get better, that's how you take steps. But we got to go to work every day. We got to go to work every day to clean up this little that's holding us back so we can be who we meant to be.
When you hear people say all the time, I don't want to do nothing that I'm not comfortable with, this person's in trouble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you'll fail. In order to succeed in life, you have to step outside of your comfort zone.
It got really hard for me to balance fighting and construction. There were times I thought about walking away from fighting. I remember I showed up to the gym without my truck, and my teammates was like, where your truck at? And I had tears in my eyes. And my teammates almost got mad at me because I didn't tell them I was struggling. I was so embarrassed. Couldn't afford to pay my bills.
I learned that I gotta do what I gotta do for me. You gotta do what you gotta do for you. Whether that's separating yourself or getting deeper in or whatever you need to do, you need to make sure it's for you, because at this point, it's like your move. This ain't everybody else's move. Focus on you.
I'm 40 and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No house, no savings, no career that I'm proud of. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't. If you're in your 20s right now and you're listening to this, stop thinking you've got unlimited time. Stop doing it. You don't have unlimited time. You think it's harmless to keep chasing women and wasting money and avoiding responsibility. But one day, you'll wake up and you'll realize you've got no leverage. You've got no power, absolutely no clarity, and no way to get those years back. One day you will wake up and you will be 40.